Hello everyone, and welcome back to FinDragon Plays Sherlock Holmes vs Jack the Ripper. What were I supposed to do right now?
Let's go to the scene of the crime.
Oh, okay. Shut up. There's a classy one. So, the scene was...
I have no reason to go that way.
Wait. Where's the box? Oh, yeah. This way. And, over here, past the church. Oh, well, whatever it is. Dispensary. And back there. No, here. I should try to remember this from the Testament of Sherlock Holmes game.
But what are all these people doing here, Holmes?
Apparently they came to see the scene of the crime.
What about us? Aren't we going to see it?
We will return this evening, Watson. The circumstances should be ideal for carrying out our little experiments.
Later.
Well, Watson, we are at the scene of the Polly Nichols murder. Imagine the victim lying at the spot where she was found and try to discern all of the clues we can. Watson, you are a writer. I am therefore entrusting you with our deduction board. It will help us to establish certain facts.
Understood, Holmes.
So.
The body was lying on its back, legs straightened slightly apart. The skirt had been lifted up to the middle of the body. The left hand was touching the barn door.
Okay.
The body was still warm. Let's reread the preliminary report for the details on the wounds inflicted upon this poor woman. The body was still warm.
Yeah.
Let's look at this poor woman more closely.
Oh, God. She looks like a fish. Give me that.
The throat was slit from left to right. There are 2 incisions. A small pool of blood, 6 inches in diameter. There's a bruise on the left cheek.
Oh, let's look for that.
There's a bruise at the level of the right maxilla. The tongue is swollen.
Yeah. Anything else? No, nothing else comes to my mind right now.
A small pool of blood,
Yeah,
6 inches in diameter.
Yeah, we saw that already. About ears? No. That should be all. What else?
There is a black bonnet near the left hand.
And
No marks on the ground. The ground is muddy.
alright.
No marks on the ground. The ground is muddy.
I think that would be... Oh. Victim wasn't dragged. This. Exploded. Strangled. This. We are missing something, aren't we?
Let's look at this poor...
Yeah. Nothing we could move, right? No, nothing. Serious, that face. It's going to haunt my dreams forever. No, nothing. Anything else nearby?
This spot is deserted, Holmes. The prostitutes only... This spot is deserted, Holmes.
There is only one streetlight lit on this street, Watson.
Okay. 2 out of 2. Oh. Okay. Oh. A little pool of blood. There. Let's see. No way. No. Hold on a minute. Something's missing from right there. Blood didn't flow. Is there something else here? No.
No signs of blood. Well, Watson, we have found all of the possible clues, I think. We will now attempt to recreate the scene of the murder. Come closer, Watson. I have to make you up.
You are joking, Holmes? I feel ridiculous, Holmes.
Now, Watson, come and stand here in front of me. You shall play the role of the poor woman and I shall play that of the murderer. Let's try to reconstruct the facts to ensure the final result corresponds indisputably to the way that Polly Nichols was killed. this position is unlikely.
Ah, wrong hand.
Yes, it's quite possible the events occurred like this.
There. Then. Yes.
I hope that, as with the real murder, nobody had to witness all of that, Watson. If the murderer used his right hand astride his victim, there wasn't much room.
Indeed.
The murderer had enough room to inflict the wounds to the neck, and these wounds suggest the left hand was used. My dear Watson, now that we have found all of our clues, nothing remains but to subject them to our most likely hypotheses in order to deduce the facts.
The facts! There. There. No, wait, this is wrong. Something's off. Left to right. This has to be right hand then. Left-handed. Left to right. Wait. That was off. There. Right hand. Strong man. Huh. Left hand has to be it. No, that would be stupid. No. Left-handed, but that's the only thing that's off, right? Okay. No. Strong man who is left-handed. No. Wait, this doesn't make any sense. Everything's okay here. This is the thing. Right jawbone. Hold on. If you're wondering what the hell, I'm doing, I'm trying to, you know, place my hand upon my face in a way where my hand would cause the bruises. This thing. Yeah, hard pressure with the fingers. Right hand. Well, this is just a stupid idea. Right jawbone. Wait, right jawbone? Ah, I've been.
What shall we do, Holmes?
What indeed? Nah, no help. Left to right. Show me your face. Right jaw. I'm an idiot.
And so, Holmes?
Yeah. Left hand.
The victim was most probably dead before being laid down. Once the heart stopped, gravity drained the body slowly, not in a heavy spurt that would have stained half the street.
Thank you, Holmes. I understand why you told me not to change clothes. Do you realize that our behavior didn't alarm anyone?
The victim's ordeal was even more discreet. By acting in silence, we have confirmed something. The crime definitely took place here. The victim and her murderer were able to come here without making any noise, and afterwards the murder took place without the slightest cry being uttered. Come, Watson, let's go home. We have spent far too long in this sinister alley.
So,
my dear Watson, the day and night which we passed in Whitechapel were enlightening, weren't they?
An adventure that I most certainly will never relate. To be in the skin of that poor woman. I prefer not to speak of it further. But have we really learned anything about the murderer? Obviously a man, given the necessary strength.
We have little to go on, at least no more than the police. But in my opinion, Inspector Aberline has a trick or two up his sleeve. No, I want to talk about the facts and what we can draw from them. We know where the crime was committed and under what conditions. I would like to ask you about the possible motives for the crime. According to you, Watson, what could have pushed the murderer to act in such a way?
Black magic?
I'm not terribly interested in the occult or black magic. Let's give the benefit of the doubt to this motive.
Theft, perhaps.
I have a hard time believing that someone would attack poor Polly so fiercely just to rob her of a few coins.
Homicidal insanity, Holmes.
It is indubitable that the man who did this to Polly Nichols is not of his full senses.
A personal drama.
Love can certainly lead to many a drama, but we have to consider the fact that the victim didn't know her attacker.
Revenge, Holmes?
Revenge could be a possible motive, but with one small reservation. We have reason to believe that the victim considered her murderer to be a typical client.
I doubt that.
Elementary. Very well, Watson. I think that we've exhausted the topic. Take a rest and we'll speak again later.
Ah, it would seem that the investigation is advancing, Holmes. Yesterday's Star said that a suspect is in the hands of the police, a man with a rather sinister reputation.
I was about to join you in your optimistic outlook until you informed me that the good news came from the press, Watson.
But surely they wouldn't invent the fact that the police are holding a suspect, or the acts that are attributed to him.
You will have an exact answer to these two questions in less than 50 seconds, Watson.
Pardon?
Enter, Inspector.
Good day.
Dear Watson, allow me to introduce Inspector Aberline, Inspector Dr. Watson.
Inspector?
To what do we owe the honor of your presence, Inspector?
I heard that the two of you made your way to Whitechapel a few days ago. Your arrival, you are aware, coincides with a very serious affair which our police service is going to great lengths to solve and which is creating strong tensions in the area.
Pardon me, but haven't you arrested someone? A certain Leather Apron?
Absolutely not. The man who hides behind this name is indeed being actively searched for by the force. Besides, nothing at the moment suggests that he is the Bucks Row murderer.
There, you've been enlightened, Watson. Now it is our turn to answer Inspector Aberline's questions.
Indeed. I will be brief and precise. Do you intend to investigate this case, or have you already started?
It is to be of service to a friend that I went to Whitechapel. We did, out of curiosity, familiarize ourselves with the preliminary reports, and we made our way to the scene of the crime. Our conclusions are slim, as are the clues. Having not been officially appointed by a client, I believe that my intervention in this business will end there.
Very well. To be frank, you take the weight off my shoulders by distancing yourself from the case. Our image isn't very good, to say nothing of what the press puts us through. Thus, if overnight they found out that you were on the case, people would turn against us.
And they would pest me, overwhelm me, and finally make me out to be responsible for the inevitable failure such a scenario entails. Neither you nor I wish for this to happen. I know that your time is precious, Inspector. I will send you a note regarding my conclusions shortly.
With pleasure. Gentlemen?
Do you think that he will find the murderer?
The chances are slim to non-existent. It is 7 days now, short of a confession from the murderer himself.
And you will not go further?
You heard the Inspector, Watson. My presence in Whitechapel would hinder, which doesn't mean that we will drop the case.
How is that?
The Inspector spoke of me, but not of us. It is you, Watson, who will lead the investigation tonight. It is you who will bring to the police station the little note that I will write regarding our conclusions. Despite the late hour, there is nothing to stop you from making inquiries about this famous leather apron while you are there.
Indeed. So, as I was going to say earlier... God damn. I'm not going to read this all. As I was going to say earlier, I felt completely stupid. I used my left hand and spoke and clicked the right hand stuff all the freaking time. So yeah.
Well, if I follow Holmes's instructions, then to begin my investigation into this leather apron, I must first head to the police station.
Well, I am here. Hello.
Good evening, sir. What do you... I know you. You were here last week with Sherlock Holmes.
Indeed. I have come to bring a message from Sherlock Holmes for Inspector Aberline.
Very well, I will pass it on. But come to think of it, someone was asking about you recently. Finley, the caretaker of some shady boarding house nearby. Does that mean anything to you?
Ah, perhaps. Actually, I read in the Star that you have arrested a suspect called Leather Apron.
You shouldn't believe what you read in that rag, sir. The man is being hunted, but we have yet to get our hands on him, and we aren't close to it either.
Why ever not?
Bah, he's a specialist in the streetwalker racket. These girls make pitiful witnesses, and we don't inspire confidence. Furthermore, the man seems to be pretty discreet lately. Someone must be helping to hide him.
Huh.
How to get on his trail, then?
One of these girls would have to confide in us and give a valid description of the man. Then we'd ask around the journeymen, who use aprons, I imagine.
I see.
How to get on his trail?
One of these girls...
Well, goodbye. I must go to Finley's boarding house.
These people aren't creepy at all. Wait. Oh, it's a door. Okay.
Good evening, Finley.
Oh, good evening, sir. Aren't you the gentleman who was with the great detective the other time?
That is indeed me, Dr. Watson. Tell me, Finley, I was told that you were looking for us at the police station.
Indeed, I wanted to thank you for last time, you know. That vagrant has never set foot round mine again. I even found a tenant, one who pays his rent, I mean.
You don't seem very happy, but you were lucky to have found a good tenant so quickly.
It's just that This man is very strange. He paid several days in advance and I gave him a key to the place. Since then, he goes out every night and returns at ungodly hours. I'm sure he goes to visit the ladies, but still, every night.
Guy's a stud.
And when he moved in, something must have broken in his case and stank up the stairs in his room for 2 days. I think it was a jar. It must be over there.
Tell me, have you heard talk of Leather Apron?
By the papers, that's all. This man seems very sinister.
Do you know any journeymen who use this type of apron?
The slaughterhouse butchers, I believe, but definitely the cobblers. I know one, old Isaac Solomonovich. His workshop is on a
Son of
small
a bitch.
street in the Jewish community, across from the hospital. He's a good man. He can help you. But you know, the people there are very close and don't share much with non-Jews.
Well,
Thank you,
Holmes
Finley.
probably has a
Just-
Jewish disguise. Let's go and find that jar and be on our way then. Let's see. Ah, there.
This odour is very strong indeed, but the whole neighbourhood as such has a dreadful stench. Finley might have an idea as to what this jar that contained.
Probably.
What do you want, Doctor?
You're right, the pieces of the jar that your tenant broke do give off a strange smell.
It's true. That's quite normal given his trade.
Yes, and what would the trade be of your strange tenant?
A doctor, like yourself, I believe. Dr. Tumbletea, a foreigner. Canadian, perhaps.
Dr. Tumbletea. It might be interesting to know more about him.
Tumbletea. Well,
Thank you, Finley.
At your service, sir.
well, I think that's good enough for today. Maybe it's the 25-minute video this time, since it wasn't yesterday. Anyway, I will return to all of you tomorrow, and until then, I am FinDragon. Goodbye, everyone.